Hello everyone! Easter's coming, so I thought it might be fun to read a little book about Lettice, my dancing rabbit. Lettice Rabbit and her family lived high up on the top of the hill. Nibble, nibble, hop, hop, every day was the same. Until the day Lettice saw a picture pinned to a tree. It was then that she knew that she wanted to be a dancer more than anything in the world. Lettice hopped to town all by herself. She'd never been so far from home in all of her life. It was so exciting. There was lots of busy people, noisy babies, chatty children, and great big dogs. Lettice peeped in an open door and saw dancers just like in the picture. "Please, may I join in?" asked Lettice shyly. "Yes," said the surprised teacher, "but first you must get dressed in ballet clothes." Lettice didn't know what to do. She had never worn clothes before. The teacher said, "You can get them at the shop where we get ours," called out a little girl. At the shop, Lettice tried on all the clothes, but the dress dragged on the floor, and the shoes were like flippers, and the sweater was huge. Lettice began to cry. Then the clerk brought out a ballerina doll, and all the clothes off the doll fit Lettice perfectly. Now she was ready. Lettice hopped back to the ballet class. First, she had to learn all of the ballet positions. She watched and listened very carefully. The ballet teacher showed her how to hold her head high so that her ears would look graceful. Lettice worked very hard. She turned out her long toes, she stretched her arms up, and she tried very hard not to wobble. When she jumped, it looked as though she were flying. And when she twirled and whirled, she was almost a blur. Every week, Lettice went to town for her class, and at home she practiced every spare minute of the day. The teacher thought Lettice was very special and was amazed at her extraordinary jumps. Of course, she was a bunny, so she could jump really well. Lettice worked so hard that each night she went to bed very tired, but very happy. A few weeks later, it was time for the end of the term show. Lettice had been chosen for the starring role. She had a gorgeous costume, and there was even a tiny crown. All of Lettice's family came to see her, just like yours are going to come see you in our big show. Lettice was so nervous, she thought that she wouldn't be able to dance at all. Sometimes I get nervous too when I go on stage. Not too nervous though. The lights went down and the music began. Lettice took a deep breath and leapt onto the stage. She glittered and twinkled and soared through the air. And her rabbit family was so proud, they clapped all of their little paws until after the end of the show. When it was all over, Lettice and all the other dancers were talking about the fun that they had had. The rabbit family didn't want to bother her, so they went home. "Wait for me," squeaked Lettice, but they didn't hear her. So poor Lettice was tired and alone. As she slowly walked home, it began to rain. Oh, poor Lettice. She just wanted to crawl into her warm, cozy burrow and fall fast asleep. The next day, the rabbit family was busy collecting apples and cabbages and carrots for a picnic. "Lettice won't want to come," said her brothers and sisters. "She's a star now." But Lettice felt very hurt. How could they go without her? She pulled off the crown and threw off the dress. She kicked off her shoes and scrambled out of her tights. I think Lettice is feeling sorry for herself. "Wait for me," she cried, racing up the hill. She could feel the sun on her fur and the grass between her toes and the wind in her ears. It was wonderful. Lettice had found out what it felt like to be a ballerina, but she knew that being a rabbit was by far the best thing in the world. I hope you guys liked Lettice the Dancing Rabbit, and if you're looking for books, it's by Mandy Stanley. See you soon.